Hello, everybody. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel, whichever may be the case. I am Erica for Ricky Mickey Plans, and I am here to plan another week because the weeks keep coming, so we keep planning. This week, I am planning for November 10th through November 16th is the Classic Size Happy Planner, and this is going to be a doozy of a week. The first 2 days of this week are going to be indescribably busy. And then after that, it's going to lighten up quite a bit. But yeah, it's going to be a week. It's going to be a half a week. The rest of it won't be so bad, but the half. Okay, we'll just get to it. You'll see. So this is the week of my daughter's surgery. She's having ankle reconstruction surgery. And it's the week of Veterans Day, which is a big deal for me and my husband because, well, number one, we're thankful for veterans, but number two, we're music teachers. And so Veterans Day is, we have lots of performances. Between he and I, we have 4 performances in 2 days, along with the surgery. I know. The daughter knew it was the day before Veterans Day when she scheduled this. But of the dates she was given, she felt it was the best. So, yeah. All right. So the pink box there is for her surgery. I'll put the details of when and where and all that jazz in it. And this crooked blue box is for our Veterans Day concerts. So let's try lining it up this way, since that might make it a little more likely to get it straight. And something funky happened when I cut this. Do you see that? That little sliver of box got cut off. Actually, I know exactly what happened. I used a new cutting mat today, and it was not up to par. But it will be. And that went back on, so it's all fine. All right, so those are the 2 big things. I mean, really, those are the 2 big things. But let's put a few labels on here. So let's take this one here. Speaking of the new cutting mat that I used, it cut all the way through instead of doing a kiss cut on most of my stickers. So they're pre-cut out, pre-pulled off. I don't know. You know what I mean? They're laying here in this is what I'm trying to say, in that box. All right, we'll put that little label there for our Veterans Day concerts information. And then I'm just going to put this little guy up here over top of Tuesday. I know it seems like overkill, but I found both these stickers and I kind of like both of them. I couldn't pick just one, so it's going to be overkill. It's fine. In fact, let's just do a third. I'm going to do a third, and I'm going to put this down here. But first, I want to put this. My favorite veteran, or my father, was in the Navy. Specifically, he was in the submarine group of the Navy. I don't know what you call it. And so I've got this cute little clip art of a submarine here that I'm going to put, and then I'm going to put this extra, a third little Veterans Day label here. Yeah, I'm going to put it down here. My children are laughing in the other room. I'm going to go find out what's going on. All right, they were laughing because of something that between the 2 of them. But my son went to a craft fair today. I know, what 24-year-old goes to a craft fair? But he did. And look, he got me a tote bag. Isn't that great? I love it. That makes me so happy. Don't you love it when people think about you? Makes me happy. All right, where was I? Thank you, veterans. That's where I was at. All right, next, I'm going to grab a few music notes because there are 3 performances on Tuesday that I want to mark. And so these are going to be sort of like my bullet points for them. Not exactly bullet points, but sort of like my bullet points. So I have my elementary program first thing in the morning. Oh, I gotta put 4. Okay, never mind. No, I don't. Okay, my husband has his high school program first thing in the morning. Then mine is second thing, still early in the morning. They're like back to back. We don't overlap them though, because a lot of veterans will go to all 3 of these programs I'm about to mention, and then we'll have the middle school program in the afternoon. And so we don't want to put them back to back or overlapping so that, they can one veteran can go to all 3 and they do. They do. Now, I think I mentioned that between us there were 4 Veterans Day concerts, and that is true. My husband is in like a community band of sorts, and they are having their concert on Monday evening for Veterans Day. And so I'm going to put that in here, like so. And we'll give it a music note as well. Why not, right? So we'll put that one. Let's put that one down low just to change it up a bit. Okay. That's the busyness. The rest of this week is like not so bad, but that's the busyness. I do have one more box though. I could have printed out a ton of boxes for all the other things that I have, but I decided it would just look like a piece of paper with a bunch of box stickers. I mean, like that's really what it would look like. Just a whole bunch of boxes. So I decided to mix it up and just put boxes for kind of the bigger things for the week. And then I'm going to use highlighter and icons for the rest. So let's get to those. These Post-its are some reoccurring events. They will be marked with icon stickers and with highlighter for a lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And then I do have a few icons that don't have Post-its, but we'll get to that. So I'm going to take this first Post-it that says trash night. It also says shot night and litter night. And I'm going to move it to next week already. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the 3 icons that go with that Post-it. So I need myself a trash can. I need myself a syringe. If you're wondering what in the world is she talking about with shot night, we have a family member who has to take a shot once a week for maintenance medication. And we've just decided that that works best to do on the same night as trash night. And of course, that's when you should clean out the litter as well, right? Just makes sense. Okay, the next thing you see on here as far as Post-its is this one for church choir, which I will go ahead and move to next Wednesday. And then I have this cute little icon from Paper Lemonade Co. that I will put right here for choir practice. I know, it's so cute, isn't it? The little egg people. And then while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to add in another kitty litter sticker. We have decided that we're going to start doing litter twice a week because we have twice as many cats, and it's necessary. It's just necessary. Let's just say it. So we're going to do kitty litter on Thursday, even though it's not trash night. Thursday night is also game night for my husband. That's what this Post-it is, and I will move that to next week, which is over on that side of my desk. See how fast this goes? Like, it's so easy. You don't even have to think about it. Take my church Post-it off. It is now on the next week's page. And then I have this cute little sticker from Mochi Kichi. Just a little bubble dude in a church. This is what I usually use for concerts, but I printed out colored ones today because I wanted to. I also use it for rehearsals, such as the community band I mentioned. But because that's their concert, their season is over, so I don't need that anymore. My next set of icons is pet stuff, but we have no pet like things to worry about this week. Actually, yes, we do. Yes, we do. We used to do flea and tick stuff on the first of the month, but we got off. We just missed. And so last month we did it right in the middle of the month, which means this month we need to do it right in the middle of the month. So I'm just going to go on the 15th and we'll call that flea and tick meds day. So yeah, that is there. This one, I never use these. I'm going to get rid of that. Take it out of the bag. I do want to go ahead and put two things in that are not really for me, but I'm going to put them. My son plays in a community league of soccer. I know if you've been watching my channel for a while, you're like, I thought you said that was over. It was. This is now an indoor league. So he plays a lot. This is my habit tracker. Empty sheet. Hallelujah. That I will put here to keep track of whether or not I am good with my calorie counting during the week. And this is for my to-do lists, which I'll get to in a minute. All right. That's almost it. I do have a few more things that I don't have icons for that I need to get the highlighters out for. So I found 3 highlighter colors that match this week. And I feel like I've already got a lot of blue going on. So I might just shift between the pink and the tan here. Oh, if you're wondering why I didn't use this game night, we're not playing this week, but we're playing next week. So I'm going to move this. All right. So I have, let's see here. I have a meeting after school on Tuesday. I know. Concert day and a meeting, like that just seems cruel, doesn't it? Well, that's how it is. And it is an underground staff spirit day for the elementary on Wednesday. Shh, don't tell. I don't even know if the microphone picked that up. I said, don't tell. I'm going to put some highlighter here for the son's soccer. And I'm going to put some highlighter here for the church choir. I probably should have used a different color there. I'm not going to be happy with that. Probably should have pulled the tan in. Should have pulled the tan in for that because I said I wasn't going to use the blue. All right, I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix that with a little bit of sticker paper. So like when you make stickers yourself, there's always a little extra sticker paper left over. And so I keep it for occasions such as this. So normally if you make a mistake, you just white it out, right? But I'm going to put highlighter on it. And highlighter doesn't work so great on whiteout. So if I use, sorry, I can't concentrate and peel the sticker up. If I put sticker paper right here, it covers that up. And now I can highlight over it. Ta-da! So easy, right? And the sticker paper almost completely disappears. Like, it's great. All right, there's a middle school underground staff dress-up day on Thursday. I'm thinking about my words. Underground staff spirit. I'm going to need 3 lines because then I have to say what it is we are doing. Same for Wednesday. Yes, I teach in 2 different schools, if you couldn't tell. As a music teacher, I teach in 2 different schools. It's just how it is. My husband has a meeting after school on Thursday, so I will put that here. And let's add some highlighter. Feels weird putting my son's game in pink, but you know what? Tough guys wear pink. It's all good. It's all good. And then let's do some highlighter for my husband's game night there. The highlighter just adds some color. I like it. It makes me happy. And then let's add some highlighter for flea and tick treatments. And then let's add some for church. I'm going to do 2 lines of text for church because my husband works there and you never know what might come up that day. I think that's it. I know, crazy, right? So I want to get a quote here. I want to put a big box here for steps. And I want to put something decorative down here. This is the only one I've thought about though. So I think I'm going to take this sticker here. This is from the old book. When it was, they still put the Create 365 up here. Watercolor book. And it says, get a little better every day. Now, I know that they meant this as like an inspirational kind of, make yourself a little better every day kind of thing. But since my daughter is having surgery, I'm going to think of it like that. Get a little better every day. You know what I mean? I do want to add some character to it, though. So let's add some leaves. Because even though this is a Surgery and Veterans Day spread, it's still November, and I do still love my fall looks. So let's just put some leaves kind of falling around this quote. And I made my leaves my 3 colors, right? I know. So extra, Erica, right? I know. It brings me joy, right? So that's why I do it. Now, this might take me a minute to peel the backing off all these stickers. So I think I'm going to do this mostly off camera. And when you'll come back, you'll just see where all my leaves ended up. All right, so I went to the indigo book, which makes sense if I want something blue, since there's a lot of blue in this. And I found this sticker here. Is it a little dark? This Love More, Worry Less one, which I think is good for a surgery week as well. It's a little dark. Let's just try it out. If I don't like it, I can take it off. Yes, yes. Let's see here. It's a little dark and kind of the wrong color. I don't love it. I'm going to have to find something else for that. However, this book does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has these that I could use for steps. Or, sorry, I needed 7 days. It has these. I kind of like these better. These are a little more fun. So I'm going to use this for steps. It's almost the right color. So this will be my steps box. And I don't love this. It's just a little too stormy. I love the texture. It's just a little on the dark side. So now I need to find something else for that corner. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet either. All right, what about this? This is Seasons of Color, and there's this big giant wreath that says, believe there is good in the world, but I don't really need the wreath. The wreath doesn't go. So what if I just cut out the quote? I don't need the flower either. I'm going to put the flower back in the book. I'm going to put the wreath back in the book too because I cut it off. I'll probably not use it though. But I'm going to put it back in the book in case I want to use the flower again because it is usable still. It's just not what I want to use for this. Be the good there is in the world. Sorry, believe there is good in the world. And I'm going to have to cut this apart because it's a little too wide for my space as it is, which means I am now going to have to put at least 4, maybe 5 stickers on straight. Oh, that is so unlikely to happen. So unlikely to happen. I believe there is good in believe is crooked, isn't it? Yes, it is. And then the world. I don't think the world's going to fit, so I think I'm going to have to do the and world. I'm going to have to redo the believe. Believe is just a little too high and a little too crooked. Still not sure it's right, but it's how it's going to be. And that looks a little plain. So let's add some leaves to it. All right, I'm going to let that be enough for right now. I'm just going to cut off this little bit here. Okay, that'll do. Now I'm going to take this sticker that says steps, and I'm going to put it at the top of the steps box, and then I'm going to add in some dots. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that will be where I mark my steps. And then I do, now that I have this out, need to go ahead and do my to-do lists. I make my to-do lists. I also tested out some pens and things there. I make my to-do list from these sheets from Levenger. Because they are already punched and nice and easy to use, and I enjoy that aspect of them. I'm also going to add a little washi today. I've been doing that a lot, and I've forgotten the last week or two, and I've kind of missed it. So this washi, I have no idea where it came from. Sorry, not helpful at all. But it's mostly the right color scheme to go with what we're doing with this kind of light blue and light pink. And it's got some of the yellow too, but there are yellow stars in there for the Veterans Day stuff. And so what this will do is kind of just make it easy for my eye to see that this is not the planner page. This is an extra insert. Even though, yes, I know that it's not the planner page and it's an extra insert. Of course I know. I'm the one who made it. But it's for some reason, it just feels better to my eye when you make it obvious. Think of that. And this is very old, which is why it's kind of sticking to itself. But this is like a Thanksgiving washi. Actually, it's more like a fall washi. It's got lots of words that you probably can't read on it, but it's like homemade and kitchen and leaves and raking, and those are the kind of words it has. But since you can barely see them, they also almost look like just a texture. So even if you can't read them, it's no big deal. And if you can read them, it's fine because they're, like I said, they're autumn themed, and this is November, so it's fine. So that will kind of mark the edges of the to-do list. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with seeing the edge of it in the planner, I'll show you in just a second. But now I need some to-do list labels. So I kind of want to put these in a box. Do I have any boxes? Not sure. I do. All right, since I've got it out and it's just easier, I'm just going to go to Indigo Book again, and I'm going to pull, I think I'm just going to pull 2 light blue boxes. I think there are 2 of these. Yeah, this one here. They're pretty plain, nothing fancy, but they're just something. They're something, right? So I'll put this here, and I'll put this here, and then I'm going to label them. One as an at-home to-do list and one as an at-work to-do list. All right. So that will do for that. And then I think I'm going to add some leaves to this just because cute, right? So why not? So let's add kind of a pinky one to the at-work one that has the other 2 colors of the spread already on it. And then, I don't know, let's add a tan one to this one because it's already got a lot of color. So let's give it some neutrality there. Okay. And then these to-do list, here's what I was talking about earlier. I have a mess on my desk. Good heavens. These to-do lists will lay in my planner like this. And so with that washi, it's just quite clear to turn the page. And because they're punched and so easy to move about with the disc system, either one can be on top or the bottom or in the planner or not in the planner, and it just works out. It's great. And besides that, I am finished. I know it looks a little bare over here, but It's okay. It will fill up, and I will carry my dot markers with me throughout the week. And anything that comes up later, I will just mark with a dot and put it in, or just write it in without a dot if I don't have the dot marker. So, oh, speaking of, I do have one more thing. Remember this post-it that was on there the first time? There was a PTO meeting that night that I do want to put in here. So I'm going to add one more thing, find the correct highlighter. I use highlighters for things that I know about ahead of time, and then I use dot markers for things that come up later. This PTO meeting is important because they're voting on something that I need for one of my other concerts. Hopefully they're going to help me out with it. All right, so thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more, you can give my video my channel, a subscribe. I would be grateful. I would be super grateful. It would help me out, and it helps you out because it lets you know when my videos come out. You get a little notification, and so you could see them right away when they first come out. I was going to put a leaf there, but that looks weird with the submarine. So I think I'm just going to put it up here. I don't know if I like that next to the tan highlighter. I just wanted to fill this in with a little more leaves is what I was going to try to do, but I don't I want them now that I'm doing it. Let's go like that. Let's do that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy planning.